Okay, so on this one, we're going to find the LCD. So they don't want us to actually add or subtract or even multiply or divide these two fractions. They just want us to find the LCD. What is LCD? Well, it stands for least common denominator. So basically, it's a common denominator. So how are we going to do it? Well, we need to come in and factor both those denominators. So I'm going to do this one first off. Remember how the factoring works. It's just multiply, add, multiply. So I'm looking for P and P in the front to multiply. Okay. And what multiplies to B over here? Actually, so there, it's fine. And now what multiplies? So we got multiply to be P squared in the front, multiply to be 45. Now what multiplies to equal 45? Well, 5 times 9, huh? 5 times 9 is 45. So I'm going to put a 5 and a 9. But how do the signs go? You probably remember the sign in the middle always goes to the bigger guy, like that. So it's going to be minus 9 plus 5, right? Because 5 take away 9 is negative 4 in the middle. And positive 5 times negative 9 is negative 45. So the multiply, add, multiply is working perfectly. Front times front multiplies to be P squared. They add plus 5 minus 9 to be minus 4 in the middle. And they multiply 5 times negative 9 to be negative 45 back. So that's the right factorization for that one. And then for the other one, again, we're going to do we don't care about the numerators at all, by the way, on this problem. We don't care at all. We're just doing the least common denominator. Really, we don't, I'm just going to cross this out. We don't care what's up there. So the denominator is multiply, multiply. So there's only 2 terms on this one. So that's P's in the front, 9's in the back, 1 plus 1 minus to multiply to be negative 81. Okay, so what's the least common denominator now? Well, the least common denominator, what it is listen, write it out. It is one of every type of factor. One of every type of factor to the highest power seen. Well, to the highest power shown. Let's do that. So in other words, it's only one of every type. So you look at the P plus 5, P minus 9, the P plus 9, and the P minus 9. I'm only going to take one of every type. So the LCD here is going to be the P plus 5. Check, you need one of those. P minus 9, check, you need one of those. And then next comes the P plus 9, check, we need one of those. And then next P minus 9, and we say already have one. Because again, remember it says only one of every type. So I'm not going to take another P minus 9 out here. And that's it. That is the LC. That's what they want you to type into that box there. This is just practice on finding what the common denominator would be. And in the other problems, we're going to actually do something about it. But on this one, it's just, hey, what would be the common denominator? And you have to factor the denominators and then take one of every type to the highest power showing. Now sometimes that gets confused. People go, Mr. Henry, there's 2 of them. Shouldn't we take squared? For the P minus 9, shouldn't we take squared? No, if one of them had a squared or a cubed, showing, then I would take that, but we don't have that. So you just take one of every type. So that's why I do not, even though there's 2 P minus 9s, I don't take another one. I just take one of every type. And so there we go.